Don't touch my tablet with your director stick.
Yeah.
Trooper, there.
Why is your toolbox up here? Taking up space.
3, 2, 1. Welcome back.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome back on this web.
It's another episode of the Windy City Fantasy Football Show. What are we in, week 13?
Yes, week 13. Week 12 results, week 13.
My word.
It's been...
I think
How long does the NFL season go on?
Well, they just keep making it longer and longer and longer, too.
And some of our fantasy football people decided switching who's gonna win.
Well, yeah, anyone that lost is probably wanting to switch in general.
Not sure how to do that, but I guess it's a thing that could happen. You need to watch where you're swinging that. You're going to hit somebody, and that's not what it's for. Well...
This went off the rails already.
As you can see, this is an interesting episode so far.
But what else have you come to expect from us? So, am I going to be able to do the results?
Week 12 results.
No. I'm gonna do.
Okay, well then we got to get rid of these.
Week
Thank
12
you.
results.
Interested at me instead of everyone else.
Alright.
Daxter's
Sit
back
up.
right.
Sit up.
Daxter's back right. Beated Super Mario Brothers.
I did.
Wait a sec.
I did.
Wait a second.
What are you...
He doesn't believe
That's
it.
the
He's
same
actually...
No, week 1 he beat me. So, that is, like you said, the opposite whatever.
No, we gotta find 12.
And don't worry about switching back and forth.
Yeah, we
between the two.
don't want to know.
It's fine.
And the cat's more interested at me more than anyone else.
Trooper's become a big fan of Matthew as of late. He loves it. He loves it.
I'm absolutely
And
thrilled.
me too. He's interested at me more than anyone.
I can't tell you how much joy this brings into my life.
Alright, who's next?
Yes.
That's this week. Why are you looking at this week? Okay. Dax Street's back. Beat Super Mario Brothers. Next.
Yeah. Because it is my bedtime.
Alright,
So
next.
we should probably get quick. Tilly with Mahomes lost against Ulrich White.
Yep.
You should probably just say the winner, not the... Whatever, just read the scores.
I'll read the scores after I say the names. Henry Danger lost against
Hey, come on,
Yep.
tell the camera, stop playing it up. You're on
All right.
TV. You're not going to keep a job.
Helena beated INS Krakens.
Mm-hmm.
The remix, Alan and me. Like, there's 2 of us. What? Why?
We defeated Field of Dreams
Yes.
this week.
What?
Last week. And then finally,
Naj Mahal and Rainbow Kittles beating Naj Mahal.
our two top teams, and they had by far the lowest scores of the week. Crazy how stuff works out. So
I suppose you're all asking yourselves, what does that mean about the standings?
what does that mean about the standings?
What does that mean about the standings, Alan?
Looks like the Naj Mahal and Rainbow Kittles are still in first.
No.
They're
This is the first time this season there has
Tie
been
for first, yes.
tie for first place.
well since like week 3.
At 8-4.
Yeah.
Week 3. You know, back when everybody basically had the same number of wins.
True. All right. So
Then we've got a couple teams tied for third. How many? What were the teams tied for third?
4, actually.
Dex
read-
Street's back
All right.
Oh, read them. Oh, Hill Nah.
because of
Oh,
Carson.
yeah. So we come out with
And the remix Ellen Me Too are all tied at third with 7 and 5. We got two teams tied for seventh.
And Big Danger and
Chicago Mama.
Chicago.
They're at 6 and 6. Two teams tied at ninth place. All Bark All Bite and Field of Dreams at 5 and 7.
Najma.
No. Chillin' with Mahomes is in sole place of 11th and sole ownership of 11th place at 4 and 8. And in 12th place at 2 and 10, the Ionath Krakens.
Jameson isn't doing very good.
So, all right. Well, hey, I have a little bit of a silly idea. We did this like a while back. Everything's been a while back at this point, and I want to get your opinion on it now. So, if we were to compare our standings with the NFL standings, what team do you think everybody is most like?
Oh.
So,
I hope you got something planned for this because
So Sam and Sue are 8 and 4.
Ah.
The 8-win teams are the Patriots, the Ravens, the Titans, and the Bucks.
Did you say our team's name?
So
Okay.
I would say
Shh.
you do your thoughts first.
I would if this child would be quiet when he's not talking about something. I don't know. That's a tough one because. Well, okay. If I would say that Rainbow Kittles is probably more like the Patriots. They both had a slow start to the season, but now they've got the longest winning streaks in their respective leagues. Congratulations, Sam, on that, even though something later on is going to probably make you sad about that. And then Sue's kind of been in the mix, but she's had a couple losses recently, so I don't know if any of her main players have been hurt or anything like that, but I would almost say she's kind of like the Bucks.
I would too.
You know, she's got a lock on the top spot, or at least, getting into the playoffs, so. Okay.
All right, so Jen, Carson, Rick, and Matt are 7 and 5. And I'm going to go ahead and call myself the Chiefs because I was in the Super Bowl last year and lost. Championship game. And my team has been, there's been weeks that I've been good, but I haven't been great. So, like the Chiefs. So I think I'm the Chiefs. I would say that...
What? Okay, go ahead.
I was also just going to say that Carson, I think, is the Bengals. He's been a little bit of a surprise because he's a little bit too up and down sometimes. I know he is more in, like the Bengals and Cincinnati, like he is more into this than I think anybody else really knows. He really wants to win, so kind of like the Bengals. They're a little hungry. So, what about you and Rick?
Well, I think we're on the same path there. I think Rick is the Rams. Rick's done really well so far this season. Unfortunately, he's run into a couple of losses here in the last couple of weeks that have kind of shaken up his season. So we're going to see how he's going to bounce back. And mine's just too simple. I've got Josh Allen, and where your quarterback goes, I feel like your season goes in a little bit of ways. So, yeah. Josh Allen's been up and down most of the year. He hasn't played as consistently as he did last year. So, yeah, that explains the 7-5.
Michaela and Lindsay are 6-6, as are the Browns, Colts, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders, and Niners. And so I am going to say for Michaela, I think she's more like the Niners. There was definitely some hype and she had some players, but they've kind of, they've gotten hurt and her team has kind of fallen off. She went from being undefeated to, falling off a little. But still definitely in the mix, 6-6. It's 500. So
Who's the other team?
Lindsay.
Chicago Mama Bears. Oh. I think she's kind of like the Raiders. I don't know how to justify that. I don't think, if you based everything off of the draft, the way people drafted, and then does that whole final projections thing, hit that once, wouldn't you?
Okay.
Because she was projected to finish, in the back. And she's really surprised a lot of people.
She went from 12th to 6th, so I mean,
Yeah.
she's half up.
And the Raiders are very much in the playoff hunt. They're very much, that's a division that is not 100% sewn up. The Chiefs are not the juggernaut I think that they once were. And you've got a lot of talent. I mean, the Chargers are really good. The Raiders are really good. And then the fourth team escapes me. The Broncos. The Broncos are kind of up and down. You don't really know what to think about them.
Yeah.
So there's 3 teams in that division that are really, really vying for a playoff spot. Unfortunately, only one of them. Well, actually, no. With the new playoff format, all 3 of them could make it.
One goes.
They've got
different.
7 teams now, or something like that, and then there's like 8, 9, and 10, whatever. So she's very much still in the thick of things.
In the hunt, as they would say.
So,
I think on the TV they have these people are in the playoffs, these are in the wild card, and then they have in the hunt.
Week 13 result.
No, not yet. Delaney and Austin both are 5-7, and 5 wins has the most of everybody. Dolphins, Steelers, Washington football team, Eagles, Vikings, and then all of the NFC South except for the Bucks, the Falcons, the Saints, and the Panthers. Everybody has 5 wins. I was kind of actually surprised at how many people had 5 wins. Pretty sure I didn't think the Falcons had that many. I thought the Vikings had more. And the Dolphins have 5 wins? What?
Hold on.
I guess they started the season.
I need to see
1-7 or 2-7, and then they've won 4 straight.
Yeah, hold on a second.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to remember what you said because someone here is making noise and it's making it hard to concentrate.
All right. So anyway, I'm gonna say that Delaney is much like the. I'm gonna say Dolphins. Kind of not a surprise, but definitely like a grinder. Like she's coming through. I think that she had some players that kind of busted, and then she had some other ones that busted out, and so.
Well, I think that I need you to stop because I need to look at something again. Okay. So if we look at the final standing projection again, and we kind of take a look at where the Fields of Dreams were predicted to end and where they are ending now, I think based on the teams that are out here on this list, this is a tough one.
I think it's either the Saints.
Well, okay, fine. Let's hear what you got to say.
It's either the Saints because they've fallen back, obviously.
You gonna do my job for me?
Which one of those? Haha, or the Vikings because he had Dalvin Cook and Dalvin Cook got hurt. What do you think?
Yeah. Beatbox McCoy. Are you raising your hand because you want to say something?
Yes. I don't know why the 7 with the line that the points to the 1 means.
She was originally predicted to finish in 7th place, and now she's predicted to finish in 1st. That's what the line means. If it's a green line, it means you're doing better than you predicted. If it's a red line, you're doing worse than predicted. And to get back to on track on this, Field of Dreams, and I hate to do this to the commissioner. No, I don't. This is actually kind of fun. He's the Vikings. He's underperformed. He has a much better team than his record shows, and for whatever reason, he just keeps making mistakes week in, week out. And these are the fruits of your sowing.
Marshmallows.
Right. Emily has 4 wins.
Gibberish.
Emily has 4 wins, and I think we're just gonna give her the Bears because 4 wins. Bears. There's only her. Bears and the Giants are the only ones.
Well,
so.
and Craig likes the Eagles, so we couldn't make her the Giants, even though the Eagles did lose to the Giants. We're not going to get into that right now.
Yeah. And then last but not least is, of course, Jameson with 2 wins, and to me, he's got to be the Jaguars.
I think just for the sake of being nice and not getting into a whole bunch of... Yeah, he's the Jaguars. He was predicted to be an up-and-coming, a rising team. Actually, he was predicted to be the number 1 team overall.
Right.
The Jaguars
he had the number 1 draft pick.
The Jaguars had a lot of hype. No, he didn't. Sam did.
The Jaguars had the number 1 draft pick. He was the number 1 after the draft.
Yeah, the Jaguars had a lot of hype. They had Trevor Lawrence. They had Urban Meyer coming out of retirement to coach. They had a bunch of different tools and things, and they just haven't been able to put it together at all this year. So
except for they randomly beat the Bills out of nowhere. The Jacksonville did. So it's kind of like Jameson he has 2 wins. I don't know who's beat, but they kind of must have come out of nowhere. So there you have it. So
how does that feel, Jameson? Your 2 wins came out of nowhere.
They came out of nowhere. I don't even know who they were. So anyway, I just thought that was kind of fun. Wanted to do something different than our same old. So a little variety in there. A little variety to spice your day.
Good. Now I got to come up with another picture and another title card for... So.
All right.
Look at him.
They can't see R2. Coulda, shoulda, wouldas.
Oh.
Coulda, shoulda, wouldas.
Okay.
Delaney had Javonte Williams, who had 20.1. Michaela had J.D. McKissick, who had 22.6. The remix, Alan and Me Too, had Cordell Patterson, 30.5.
I could have sworn he wasn't going to play, and then he did play.
And he played a lot. Good.
He played on Thursday, and they were questionable. Whatever. Fine.
They didn't play Thursday.
I didn't watch any football on Sunday. Actually, I gave up on football after Thursday, so this is a bad week for me.
And then you had Dontrell Hillard, who had 21. Don't lick me. 21.3.
That's not funny.
Sue had T. Higgins with 26.4, and Sam had Hunter Renfrow with 24.6. So a bigger list than we've had recently.
Y'all let the turkey get to you. And the turkey and the Bears win. We all let that get to us, and we were drunk on our power.
All right, so our booms, busts, and
big out.
belly is big
His
out.
belly is out.
Big out.
It's out.
His belly's big out.
Well, yeah. The boom quarterbacks were
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, 26.7 points.
Hey, you didn't put him on the thing. I didn't play him.
It's over 20 points on your bench, not a quarterback. Otherwise, there would pretty much always be somebody having a bust by picking the wrong quarterback.
Don't you think that maybe that would be an interesting way to make sure that the segment has something to talk about?
No.
Oh.
Josh Allen is a boom bust and a boom and a coulda, shoulda, woulda. Yes. Josh Allen, 26.7. And then everybody's favorite Aaron Rodgers had 26.28. Top running backs were Leonard Fournette for the Bucks, 47.1. And Joe Mixon, 35.3. Wide receiver Jalen Waddle had a breakout game, which was exciting. Again, the Dolphins, up and coming. We have hope for them. He had 31.7, and T. Higgins had 26.4. The boom tight ends was Gronk, of course, 22.3. And Jack Doyle, 20.1 for Indianapolis. Why is that a face?
Because Jack Doyle seems to have at least one game every single season where he just goes off and has like 20-some points and gives everybody this notion that he might actually be a viable option at tight end. And no, he's not.
I feel bad for the sucker that picked him up.
Who was that?
Oh, well. And the boom defense was the Dolphins had 25 points. Crazy. And Daniel Carlson, 21 points as the kicker. Our busts, again, from Flurry Sports. Christian McCaffrey had 3.5 points this week, but it also did go out and say that basically he's been a bust for the whole year.
Yeah.
They actually had a statistic on there, and I wish I'd written it down, but essentially the coach of the Panthers has been there for 2 years. So he's started, I don't know, that's like 30-something games. And of the 30-something games he's been there, Christian McCaffrey has started 6 of them. So. Najee Harris, Sue's
Namesake,
had 6.7 this week, which was a big drop from 16.9 the week before and 20.3 the week before that.
you gotta stop making noise. Please. Mommy's reading.
Nick Chubb, that's your player, right?
No.
No? Anyway, had 5.9, and last week he had 25.4. So, obviously, big disappointing day. Chris Godwin had 4.7, and last week he had 19.2. I think part of that is just there's so much receiver talent for the Bucks that it's a little bit wide receiver by committee instead of running back by committee. Jamar Chase for the Bengals is great, but he's definitely touchdown reliant. So this week he had 6.9 points. Last week he had 13. But they did show in the statistic that basically he's been touchdown reliant since like week 7. So he's a little bit of a boom or bust.
Can we stop there for a minute? I don't know why he is unable to do a touchdown, or he didn't do a touchdown in week 7. I'm only meaning. I'm only meaning
On week
why.
12.
Yeah, I'm only meaning why he didn't get a touchdown.
Week 12.
Yeah.
Who can say?
Who can say? George Kittle had 2.3 points. Obviously, that's
Who's George Kittle?
that's a big
Like
bad
He's a tight end.
Rainbow Kittles.
That's who he's named
is
after.
the
Yes.
same.
So he had 2.3. The previous weeks he had 13.4, 16, 23.1. So 2.3, big bust. Kyle Pitts had 4.6. Again, he's been an ongoing kind of bust since week 7. And then Jalen Hurts had a bad week. He had 6.86 points. Compared to last week, he was my boom at 30.78. So
now he's a bust.
yes. And then Cam Newton had rough go, 6.18. The two negative defenses were the Titans had -2 and the Raiders had -3. So those are our busts. A few big outs, not a huge list. DeAndre Swift got hurt in said Bears game. He dislocated his shoulder, I believe. No, that was Dalvin Cook. He hurt his shoulder. He's out 1 to 3 weeks.
Well, I'm just saying who got the arm spray in the Bears game. I'm only saying who. Like
It's
I'm
DeAndre Swift.
So who is he from?
The Lions. Darren Waller has a strained IT band. I have no idea what that is. But
Yeah,
he's going to
me
be out
neither.
1 to 3 weeks. Miles Sanders
It's a back
hurt
problem.
his ankle, and he is considered day-to-day. Christian McCaffrey is an ankle injury, and he's done for the year.
Yep, he's done for the year.
Dan Arnold, Jacksonville's tight end, has a knee injury and is on IR.
So he's out at least 4 weeks.
Sue had him, and she dropped him. Zach Wilson, the quarterback for the Jets, has a PCL injury and is considered day-to-day. Dalvin Cook suffered a dislocated shoulder, and they said it wasn't broken, but he was going to be out at least 3 weeks, I believe, is what I saw.
Yeah, I don't know if you can break your shoulder. What's a joint? Whatever.
Right.
Moving on.
Deebo Samuel has a groin injury, and I think that is considered week to week. Matt Stafford, it just said basically he's banged up, because he is. He's been playing like he's banged up, but he's got like knee, arm, hip problems.
Head, shoulders, knees, and
Knees and toes. And finally, Randall Cobb suffered a groin injury in their game and is considered day-to-day.
My word.
So a list, but not...
Well, that's another big running back that's out for the year, though. First you had Derrick Henry, and now you've got Christian McCaffrey. So, if you look at the list of number 1 backs, or the top 3 backs, they kind of say it moves in a cycle, and I feel like the cycle of Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, and Derrick Henry being the big trio is kind of ending.
Moving
And I would
on.
almost
like it
throw
was
Zeke in there too, because
because he has a knee injury, but they say it every week, so it's just kind of one of those things.
But he's not being
Yeah.
dominant like
No.
he has
No.
previously. So we're gonna see some new running backs next year at the top of our list. That's a prediction.
All right, I'm done talking. Finally. So what time is that?
What does that
What does it
mean?
mean?
8:37.
Yes.
Yeah, we asked you what time. What time is it in the show? We're done with booms, busts, and big outs. What's the next thing we go to?
This week's
This
matchup.
week's matchups.
Obviously, I know who it is.
Do you?
Do you?
Dexter's back right versus Ohilna.
Woo, Carson. Let's not forget who your godmama is.
And Carson.
You got a Christmas present coming up. You got a graduation present coming up. I'm just saying.
She doesn't love you if she's holding this over your head. Just remember that.
You still got Matt. Don't worry.
I definitely know who's gonna win.
Who's gonna win?
No, we're not doing that yet.
Okay.
We read them, and wait, do we?
Yeah, we do. We read them and then we do it. So, all right. So, O'Hilna's playing Daxtreet's back. What's the next matchup?
All Right versus Super Commander.
You're not a DJ. Stop remixing. Okay, next matchup.
Chicago Mama Bear.
Versus Chilling with Mahomes.
Chilling with Mahomes. Field Race versus Henry Danger.
Okay, next matchup.
Rainbow Kittles versus INF Krakens.
Okay, and finally,
The Naj Mahal versus Reed McSally and me too.
Wow. Are you done?
Yeah.
This could be one of those weeks that the Jacksonville Jaguars / Jameson take out a big name player.
I just want to get back onto this for a reason. Jameson, he had first place last time. Then he zoomed all the way to last place. Like
Yes.
he did, see? His last score was 1. He moved back 8.
If you notice, all of the ones on the top pretty much moved backwards.
Yeah. But some greens are moving forward.
You can't see this, so it does you absolutely no good.
Moving on. All right,
So
so
this
let's
is-
do Alan Says.
All right, next segment. Alan says. So we're going to start at the top. Oh, Hilna versus Dak Street's back. Who's going to win?
That's 3.
I'm going to break these fingers. Stop
All
touching the
bark.
tablet.
All Bark, All Bite versus Super Mario Brothers. Who's going to win? Okay.
That sounded like words. Chicago Mama Bear versus Chillin' with Mahomes. Who's going to win?
To live with my own.
Feel the Dreams versus Henry Danger. Who's going to win?
Just say it.
Henry Danger.
Oh, the humanity. All right. I don't know.
That wasn't forced.
What?
I don't know. He's being goofy.
Yeah, anytime you ask him questions. So
What
Rainbow
did you-
Kittles versus INF Krakens. Who's going to win? Oh, the Krakens. Okay. And then the Naj Mahal versus the Remix. Alan, me too.
Who's gonna win?
The remix salad and me too. So far, all the bottom teams are winners. Like, all the bottom teams will be winners.
I'd like to think that he draws this up from some kind of thought process outside of just, nope, we're going to follow a pattern. All the teams at the bottom.
So,
It makes it a much less interesting segment. What are you doing?
do you need to go to the bathroom?
No.
Then
What?
sit down.
Well, I
we're
haven't
not done.
Well, we
No,
have
we're not done. Get back here.
Thursday's game is the Cowboys at Saints.
Oh,
Oh.
That could be a good game. I'll be interested to see.
the Bears game is also Sunday.
That's Sunday, yes.
That's-
Thursday's
we're not there
game
yet.
is the Cowboys and the Saints. Again, they played on last Thursday. I don't know if I said that right. Thursday's game is
They
the
didn't
Cowboys.
play each other.
They didn't,
played.
but they both played on Thanksgiving, and they're playing this Thursday. Cowboys at Saints. Sunday night football is Broncos at the Chiefs, which could be a surprisingly good game. The Broncos have been a little bit. They're doing more than I thought they were going to do this year. And the Monday night football game is the Patriots at the Bills, so that's going to be a big one in New York. So,
Yes.
Mm.
But I'm just asking, who is going to be New York?
you know what? The Bills are in New York.
What?
It's Buffalo, New York. I was gonna push him. I was this close. I was this
All
close.
right, and last but not least, the Panthers, Browns, Packers, and Titans are all on a bye.
Yeah, so that leaves 4 teams. And I'm glad that.
I'm happy that the
I-
Packers aren't playing. I'm sad that they can't lose.
Yeah, I'm happy too because Harold might lose.
They don't know who Harold is, so it's okay.
Yeah. Harold just loves the Packers a lot.
You wouldn't get along with many people here.
Yeah.
Him and Alan like to bicker a little bit.
And I always say no if I see, or if Harold says a Packer or has a Packer mask on, I'll say no.
All right, so
I do not like the Packers so much.
that's right.
I do.
That's the
not
one thing
like
we've got
the
through your head. He likes to cheer for the Vikings because they're Grandma's team, and he likes to cheer for the Eagles because they're his cousin's team. But at least we've gotten through that he doesn't like the Packers. So we'll take a small win when we can get it. So I think that's it. Does anybody else have anything?
No.
No? All right. Well,
Bye-bye, everybody.
thanks, everyone.
Bye.